Beautiful. So let's go ahead and keep looking through this gamma. I understand delta now. Not too hard. So delta is it shows how much it'll move for $1 move. Okay, so gamma, the rate delta changes. This is your on weeklies. If when's your direction, gamma accelerates your delta. So your gains compound. But it works against you too. Wrong direction and delta collapses fast. Gamma is highest on ATM options at the money and explodes near expiration. This is why weeklies are volatile as fuck. Okay, you did a really good job of showing the numbers with delta. Gamma, I didn't see any examples of that. I needed to understand this better. Give me like the actual numbers it would show and all that good stuff. Same with theta and vega. I do have shorts on MicroStrategy and Coin right now. I just bought naked puts, and I'm trying to buy a little bit more, but I want to wait till I get entered automatically. So I think that's the play for now. Is just my signal is gonna be my quant app entering, and it's gonna miss signals, but until then I'll just play around with it, learn a bit. Okay, Delta, you buy MSTR 500 call when stock is at 480. The delta is 0.25. Stock moves $5. Option gains $5 times 0.25. So 125 on a standard 100 share contract. If the delta was 50, same move would be 250. Deep in the money with 85 delta. Let me go look at these deltas right now. I think that's going to be helpful as well. The Greeks delta. So if it's a negative, delta, does that mean that it's going down per dollar? Or but it'll be negative on a put. I'm looking at my put right now. Does that mean it's going to go down $1? Yeah, how does that work when it shows negative? And then teach me again with these actual Greeks right now on MSTR. Negative 0.148 delta, and it's changing rapidly. Regular 0.0178 gamma, negative 0.354 theta, 0.041 vega, and negative 0.0029 rho.
Don't even think about it, bro. Just keep going. Let them find out who it was. They gonna be on you.
Okay, so great. So your MSTR 500 call. So let's go ahead and define delta real quick, or gamma. Wait. Yeah, gamma. So I'm working on gamma right now. Gamma. The rate data delta changes. Gamma accelerates your delta. Gamma accelerates delta. Okay, gamma accelerates delta. Or collapses it fast. Or collapses it. Gamma example here. Same MSTR call. Delta starts at 0.25 and gamma is 0.05. Stock moves 480 to 485. Your delta was 0.25, so you gained 1.25. But now your delta's increased to 30. Next move. Okay. And gamma bumps delta again to 0.35. Okay. Damn, I missed the entry, dude. I missed the entry. That's okay, though. It's okay. I got an entry on options now. That's cool. That's actually pretty cool, dude. That's pretty cool. So, I could connect the Quant app eventually to stocks. I don't think I need to right now. I think I would just go full. I would say fully automated over there. Just build some algos. I'll show you guys in the private lives and all that good stuff. If this looks good. How are you? 200K in loss right now. Bad position, bro. I'm in a wait. Sorry, what'd you say, Michael? I'm in a 200K loss. How? Oh. Bad position, bro. The dickhead, bro. You don't even fucking know me. Never seen you before. Fuck off. These motherfucking finance incels are disgusting. They're just little trolls waiting to say something negative to me. So I must be negative too. I'll smoke you when I see you. Bitch. 200K loss? What? I do it out of love, though. I'm just here to compete. I can get nasty, though. Okay, so gamma bumps it up. So that's cool. Gamma seems interesting. Okay, so theta example. Let's go read what theta is first. Theta is time decay. Oh, this is the one. The silent killer. Weeklies bleed theta constantly, especially the last 3 days or 3 to 4 days. An out the money weekly might lose 10 to 20% of its value per day just sitting there. Damn. You're fighting the clock. Your liquidation signals need to hit faster or theta eats your position alive. This is why everyone gets smoked if they hold too long. So let's go to theta here. Theta, time decay. I do use XG boost, but what do you use it for? Like, yeah. XG boost is fire, but like for what? That's the thing. Like just to run my whole life? To predict a bunch of prices and make me $1 billion? Is that what you're asking? I just don't understand. You can buy, so theta, you can buy out the money weekly calls for $200 per contract. The theta is negative 40. That means every day you hold, you lose 40 cents per contract. Damn. So example, negative 0.40 equals lose 40 cents per contract per day. Yo, dollar, how are you? 777. Yeah, it's really just comes down to what's the machine learning is just feature engineering. So what features are you inputting? What are you trying to predict? XG boost can absolutely be useful in the process. So that means every single day you hold is down 40 cents from just time passing. By Friday afternoon, if the stock hasn't moved, your 200 will be likely towards 20. Goddamn. So Vega, let's go figure out what Vega means. Okay. Sensitivity to IV. IV spikes your option gains value. If IV spikes your option gains value even without price movement. If IV crushes, like after earnings, you get wrecked. For crypto correlated plays, IV tends to be elevated anyway, which means you're paying premium for that volatility. Ignore row. Let me tell you something, cousin. Let me tell you something. I'm all ears, baby. I'm all ears. Okay, so there's more liquidations coming through. I am not in a position, but I am itching. I got to buy at 8-1. 781. I'm about to fill this bitch. This is about to fill. About to fill for sure. But my short thesis is running out, really, because of the that guy being liquidated. But I don't think all these motherfuckers are gonna get away with these free longs like this. So probably be a liquidation event at some point. So we'll see. Let's keep learning about these options. So Vega is sensitivity to implied volatility. If IV spikes, your option gains value even without price movement. If IV crushes, you get wrecked. For crypto correlated plays, IV tends to be elevated anyway. Okay, let's go look at the example. For Vega, so same option is priced $2. Vega is 10 cents. Current IV is 50 cents. News drop, IV spikes from 50 to 10. Okay. So
He had a great quote that said, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." And that's something I always live by. You know, I'm not going to rest. I'm going to keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have, even questions that I don't have. But I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going, and I'll figure these things out as we go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So I try to live by that all the time.
Rest at the end.
Rest at the end.
okay, sick. Let's go ahead and look at the real data now. So this is real data on MSTR right now. Well, you got it. Negative delta on a put means it gains value when the stock goes down. Okay. Your MSCR put breakdown, delta is negative 1.48. Okay, stock drops $1, puts gains at 0.148. So $14.80 per contract. If the stock drops $1. Stock rises, $1. So let's look at these again. So the delta is now negative 0.14. So the stock drops $1, put gains 14 cents, but it's per contract, so it's $14 per contract. The stock rises $1, it loses $14. This is a pretty out the money put, not super sensitive. Okay, gamma here. So gamma 0.178. Let's go look at my note sheet, figure out what that means here by looking at our notes. Gamma is the rate delta changes. When goes your way, gamma accelerates delta, or it collapses it. So if our delta right now, or sorry, gamma is 0.016, that 0.016 is how much the delta changes the gamma changes the delta. If MSTR drops $1, so the gamma is 0.0178 now, so it changes throughout the day, it looks like. If MSTR drops $1, delta shifts from negative 0.014 to 0.166. Why? Because that's that. Okay, that's the gamma added to it. If it drops $1, delta becomes another $1, delta becomes 0.184. Your put accelerates as it moves in your favor. Gamma is low right now because you're out the money. It'll spike as you get closer to at the money. Okay, theta. Okay, let's figure out. So theta here is time decay. Time decay. This one's the one that's important in my book. So theta right now on this option is 35 cents. Damn, dude. So the option's gonna lose 35 cents per day. Holy moly. So you're losing $35 per contract per day just sitting there. That's your clock ticking. If MSTR doesn't drop soon, theta eats this position. Interesting. Okay, Vega. Okay, let's look at my note sheet. Sensitivity to IV. Vega equals 0.1. News drops, IV options. Can't read my handwriting. Oh, option gains from 10 times 0.1 equals 100 per contract. So theta, depending on the theta, which the theta is at this moment, is now negative 0.35. No, sorry, Vega. We're on Vega. These words, dude, they're intimidating. 0.0403 is what it's at now. So if IV jumps 10 points, say 60 to 70, you gain 10 times 0.41. If IV drops 10 points, you lose 41. Okay, row, ignore. Bottom line, you're bleeding $35 a day. You need MSTR to drop and drop soon. If it moves your way, gamma will start compounding. All right, so you kind of know the strategy I'm looking at here, right? So I use my quant app in order to take over people's liquidations in crypto with the thought process of, I really don't know if the price is going up or down ever. And I don't think anybody does. So if you're using 40x leverage in crypto to trade, the only way to stay alive is to take other people's thoughts, their biases of long or short, and wait until they lose all their money and then take those thoughts, right? And that's what you're doing with liquidations because they are smart people. They truly believe the price is going up or down. Okay, well, they're smart people, but we are dumb people. And we know that we don't know if prices are going up or down. So let's bet on that smart person, but buy or sell, I don't care, when they get liquidated because we're taking their smart thoughts from the past, waiting until they lost all of their money and just entering better. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of the strategy I built into my quant app. And I'm trying to replicate here with options, but instead of buying on 40x leverage on Hyperliquid per se, I could use just a controlled risk option strategy where I buy these out the monies or even in the monies. This is where I just, you just taught me about the Greeks. I don't know much. Any options I've done, I've gotten smoked on because it's just gambling. But if I take an algorithmic approach to this, it could be very fucking interesting because it limits your downside, number one, and the upside on these weeklies is crazy. But yeah, let's go ahead and brainstorm 3 of your absolute best ideas of how we can get an edge here, how we would use the Greeks if we need the Greeks. I picked this idea because I don't really need the Greeks. I can just trade that liquidation strategy and maybe look at theta or a couple of the Greeks, but IV, of course. Anyways, I want you to give me your 5 absolute best ideas of bots that we can build around this strategy using options and dailies. More leverage, the better, because that's how everybody trades. And I'm just trying to solve the problems that everybody actually has in trading. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. See what we can cook here. Am I doing this? Am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? This is how you use Claude? Never used it before. Okay, I think this is going to enter, dude. I think this is going to enter. And let's see if, is that a good entry? Wait, no, they're moving their shit. But I've already got the order in, so I'm going to let it ride. It's executing right now, actually. Speaking of the devil. Speaking of the devil, dude. Jesus. Speaking of the motherfucking devil, dude. You speak of the devil, he gonna hear. He gonna hear. He gonna hear, dude. He gonna hear. You say the devil's name, he gonna hear. Oh, you want to trade 40x? Okay, the devil's here. Let's go, Moon. So you really want to play, dude? Let's get it. Okay. See what happens. See what happens. Do I get this other entry as well? Maybe I get smoked. Maybe I get smoked. I don't know. I'm just here trying to play the game, dude. That's all I'm trying to do. Just try to play the game. Just trying to compete, dude. Just trying to compete. And I know you guys are smarter than me, so I'm taking your positions. Hold up, hold up, hold up. God damn, bro. God damn. I do that a lot, dude. Okay, I got out of the position immediately. I had a stop loss set to 0.01% just for overnight peace, but I can just get back in. I can just get back in, don't worry. So I had a little baboon moment there, and that's okay. I got a better entry up here anyways. Let me just take that position just to be fair. You know, my shit triggered and then it closed me because I had the stop loss at negative or 0.1%. Just a human error. And this is part of the reason I don't think you can trade by hand, gang. Cancel. And now I'm trying to buy, bro. Jesus, thank God I have that. Did you see that? I tried to put a buy in. Like everybody else is doing. Am I going to trade like everybody else? No way, dude. No way. Stop it. I'm not trading like everybody else. I can't. Everybody loses. If everybody loses, then why the fuck am I going to do that? Stop it, dude. Stop it. I'm getting back into the position that I accidentally closed. The risk closed it. So that's fire, though. It's fire. Shit works. Shit works. I'm back in that position. Okay. Small position. Great. Why? Because I'm trying to live forever, dude. Drag me. Cool. Small positions. Yada, yada. Okay. Let's get it. Let's see who's to gym first. Let's get who gets to gym first. Let's get it. That's all. Okay. So you can see here. That did trigger, which was nice. I now have my risk control set up. Sometimes what I'll do is overnight, if I see that like I'm in a winning position, because I'm scared and I'm a human emotional trader, I'll change my stop loss to be like 0.5% because I already taken profits. And that's one way that you can make sure to leave the casino up. You know, I take 50, 60% profits on a trade, and then I just let the rest ride. But in reality, I should take 100% profits because that shit rarely works out.
Yes, our slogan must be learn, baby, learn,
so that we can earn, baby, earn. All right, so I have this scheduled here, but I see he's lifted his position, our liquidation price. I'm going to just get a little bit more size here, just a little bit. So add just a little bit. I don't want to go crazy here. No, I'm going to wait. But this is, you know, as a human, this is the same emotions, right? As trying to enter a trade. I am entering. This is me hand entering pretty much. I'm in. No, see, I want to get in because I feel like we're at the top of the range, but I've got these liquidation entries here. So I'm just going to wait on that. And if I want to do anything by hand, it will be adding to my MSTR Coinbase short. Don't fucking trade with me, dude. If you do that, if you trade with my ideas right now, you are absolutely getting smoked. I promise you that. I'm testing a brand new idea. You can see the thought process behind the idea. And I'm probably going to lose all of my money. So just be careful, dude. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Come on, dude. I'm just stepping on the gas with you. I'm trying to take your cash. Literally, bro. Come on. You know that we're competing. And I'm just going to keep competing every single day. There's no financial advice around here. There's nothing, dude. Nothing. It's me coding, bro. Me coding and yapping. So, all right, here's 5 ideas, thinking through this like a quant. So liquidation cascade. So out the money weekly entry, simple translation. Your CryptoBot detects a big long liquidation cascade on BTC. You immediately buy out the money puts on MSTR, or calls if it's a short squeeze liquidation. Interesting. Okay, so this is the exact opposite of what I was thinking, and the exact opposite of how I've been trading it. But that's the beautiful thing about trading. You can literally take a buy or a sell. You can go short or long, whatever, dude. Your CryptoBot detects a big long liquidation, and then it's trading with that, looking for a squeeze or a collapse. The edge, you're not predicting direction, you're reacting to force sellers. By the time retail sees the red candle, you're already positioned. Defined risk equals premium paid. Okay. If the reversal rips within 24 or 48 hours, gamma explodes your position. If not, you lose the premium clean. I like this actually. So it would just be on a smaller liquidation. You know, I'm waiting for people to get liquidated like $1 million, $2 million, but what about like at smaller position sizes? I like that. Good idea. So let's go here and just make a list of ideas. And if you guys want this, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments, dude. Interaction Brokers is a different platform, you know? So let's go ahead and say betting on liquidation cascades and short squeezes with weekly options. That's it. That's the note. Okay, that's number 1. I'm gonna build that for sure. I just don't know what order. Okay, what else? Liquidation straddle, direction agnostic. When you see liquidation stacking on both sides, longs and shorts getting wiped out in the same session, it means volatility is about to explode, but direction is chaos. You're not betting direction, you're betting on movement. One leg dies, the other prints. The edge, liquidation data tells you when volatility is underpriced. I like, this is solid, but I feel like I'm gonna start as a degen, just like naked. All right, I want to do 5 of your absolute best ideas, but coming from, you know, what I said above, but we want to start with just easy things like, okay, for example, buying a sell and buying a call and a put, doing like a straddle is like phase 2, right? It's super easy to put in an order for an option on Interactive Brokers at any price. I can do that, no problem. I want to start there. What I'm trying to say is I want to start with the degen, just naked options. So your 5 best ideas based on what I said, naked. Okay, so theta aware entry windows, your liquidation signals fire but it's Thursday afternoon. Don't touch it. It'll eat you alive before the reversal plays out. Rule: only enter weekly options Monday through Wednesday. If a signal fires Thursday or Friday, either skip it or use next week's expiry. There we go. This is pure edge preservation. Same signal, but you're not bleeding. I like that. Only enter Monday through Wednesday to avoid theta, right? Yeah, I think it's theta. Cool, we're learning, dude. We're learning. Learn, baby, learn, so we can earn, baby, earn. Thank you, MLK Jr., dude. Thank you. IV filter. Don't buy expensive lottery tickets. Before entering, check IV rank on MSTR/coin. If IV is in the top 20% of its range, you're overpaying for options. The liquidation signal might be right, but the options are priced like everyone already knows volatility is coming. Rule: only enter when IV rank is below 50. You're buying cheap lottery tickets with your liquidation edge. When IV is high, flip the script. Sell premium instead. Interesting. So I've noticed. All right. And also let's talk about this. I've noticed that Coin and MSTR, which would be the correlated ones, both have IV. So you had said something that's smart. It's interesting. Selling premium. How would I do that in a simple way? You know, like DGen easy. Is it just selling the puts or selling the calls? And you need a little more capital, right? Or yeah, how does that work? You have some number examples up there, so you could just give me a good idea of maybe like 3 ideas where we can, we know that the IV is always 70, 80. So we're getting smoked on these naked buys and sells, or yeah, these buys, but maybe there's an opportunity on the sells. So give me your top 3 ideas there. Thank you. All right, let's see if this fills, dude. Let's see if it fills. Holy moly, that's a scary chart for bears, dude. It's a scary chart for bears. It's a scary chart for bears. Let me just get run over. Let me get run over. I'll do it for the squad. I'll do it for the squad. You guys are waiting for a liquidation. I know it. I know it, bro. This is finance. You want me to die. And I want to take the food off your motherfucking family's plate. So let's get it. I am selling right here. You can see it's triggering. Now I'm going to be nervous. Be nervous, dude. I'm going to be nervous. Of course I'll be nervous. Okay, but if I'm triggering here, I need to trigger elsewhere. Forget that I've got some things going on here, dude. If I'm triggering there, I need to be triggering it everywhere. I'm using tiny size on these options. So don't worry about me too much. But worry a little bit. Thank you. You can see she's going to take her sweet time to get in, probably on the 15th tick. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it at all. Damn, dude. This is one of those times that it works against you, bro. Buying on the 15th tick, but that's okay because over 1,000 trades, that's going to be a better way to enter, in my opinion. So this enters on whatever tick I put it at. So 15 ticks is a ways away. It's triggering right now, but now it's just chasing it on the 15th. So that's the downside. Let's go ahead here and see here. Short liquidations, buy calls, buy puts. Let's see what else there was here because these are good ideas. And
you know, it's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it. Yeah. Period.
That's actually a good idea. So I could have some sort of bot that is always checking the IV. Always checking IV. Bot that always checking IV on coin and MSTR. And if liquidation happens and IV is low, fire away. Far away. It looks like I did get entered into that position a little bit. So it looks like it added another 500. I thought it was a Thaw, but maybe that was the first one. I don't know. But I think I'm not confident in which way the price is going to go. I never am. I can't predict price. So all I'm trying to do is predict where the top and bottom of these liquidation pivots are. That's all. And so far, so good, but I can't think that this is GOAT or like this is the way. Happy New Year, Rico. Good to see you, bro. They don't want to win. Yeah, they don't want people to win, dude. So they come at me. Glad you see it. Do you know Goldback? I don't know who that is. Happy New Year, dude. Dollar, thank you. This is the best part of my day, learning from the best. Yo, I appreciate you, dude. I'm chasing the best. Thank you. I'm chasing the best. Not the best yet, but thank you, dude. Okay, so let's keep reading through this because this is very interesting. And I've got good questions for her. So scaled cascade entries, instead of one entry when liquidations start, scale in as the cascade builds. So 20 million liquidated equals one account or one contract. 50 million, add 2 more. 100 million, add 3 more. Why? Sometimes the first liquidation is just the appetizer. I like this, dude. I like the thought of this. I mean, I know I'm doing it effectively here, but I think there's more leverage here. And if everybody's trading with leverage, I'm going to just try to figure that out. Figure out this whole like hand leverage trading thing. We'll see if I can do it. I've got a little cash that I can burn. And you see that cash here. I've got a little cash I can burn on the Robinhood that if I find any sort of pattern, I will go ahead and just pass that over to Interactive Brokers and step on the gas. So that's my plan. That's my plan. That is my plan. And I'm gone. All right, sick, dude. So we'll see what happens today with this price. I might get blown up. As always, just managing my risk with size. So if I blow up, I am still alive, right? Because I think there's about 1,000 trades. And that's one thing that automated trading has taught me. It's just like, you're not going to just sit there and trade your whole life savings and think that you're not going to blow up over time if you're doing that. And using small size, you can scale to $1 billion a day with $1,000 size. $1,000 size, you can scale to $1 billion a day in volume with $1,000 size. And that right there is just, that's just game changing. Just knowing that's how people scale. It's $1,000 size. It's crazy. I'm talking about automated trading, of course. So scaled entries is interesting. Scaled entries as the liquidations add up. And that's essentially what I'm doing here. If you're watching, I'm doing that strategy. It's a scaled liquidation strategy. So I'm not trying to predict price. I'm predicting where the points are going to be that things are going to move, turn around. All of these guys are on the line right now. So I'm glad I am in very small size right now. I want to say very small, 1/10 of the size. I did increase my risk this week because I earned it. I did 2 weeks of risking 5K max. So I feel like I've earned it to get to 10K max. So I'm going to do that every once in a while. I'm going to make myself earn it though, because me as a hand trader, 40x leverage, I used to just get licked. It just kept adding more and more size, more and more size, more and more size. Cover your position. Come on. Why not just flip that script? That's what I'm doing. I'm just flipping the script. But there's a lot of good ideas here. So bonus. Let's see what she says with the bonus. Better be good if it's a bonus. The real alpha here is the timing. Option traders are guessing. Yes. You have liquidation data telling you when forced sellers are exhausted. The information they don't have. Your job is not to your job is just to not let the theta and IV crush steal the edge. Yeah, I like this. These are good ideas, dude. So, all right, naked only, just buying calls or puts. Here's 5. Long liquidations by calls. Longs getting wiped, forced selling. Price overshoots to the downside. When you see a big long liquidation, price is temporarily too low. That's like the original thesis, but there's a lot of ideas. Short liquidation by puts. Shorts getting squeezed, forced buying. Price overshoots to the upside. Okay, well, those aren't really your ideas, bro. Those are easy monies. Liquidation velocity threshold. Don't enter on any liquidations, only when velocity spikes. Set a threshold of 30 million and liquidate in under 15 minutes. Okay, so I have that built into the quant app. That'd be easy add to options. I just don't know if it's worth. I don't want to spread myself thin. I don't want to add too many features here. I want to make sure the quant app actually makes me a profitable 40x trader on Hyperliquid. That's it. That's the problem I'm trying to solve, because everybody's finding out about Hyperliquid and how you could use it, yada yada, and then you could just crank up your leverage and then you get liquidated. So I know my friends, I know people around me, traders, dude, come on. Everybody's using too much leverage. Okay, liquidation velocity, got that. Delta selection based on liquidation size, small cascade. Buy higher delta options. You need less movement to profit since the reversal might be muted. Oh, okay. Buy lower delta options. Okay, so I'm a United guy, but I could look into some delta. All right, so here we're gonna add this and say, upon liquidations, buy the higher delta options. So scan for those. Scan the delta on coin and MSTR. Right now, I don't feel like I have a edge anywhere in stocks besides crypto ones. So that's why I'm only trading that. Sure, I can figure that out over in the stocks. It's just more boring to me. I love crypto, dude. Where it's at, but it's where it's at. But people hate crypto, and I understand why, because like our motherfucking crew of crypto people are disgusting, dude. Not you, of course, not me. Maybe you think I'm disgusting, but just evil people, evil people. Time-based exit, not price-based. Don't set profit targets, set a clock. Okay. Enter when liquidation fires, then the exit 24 to 48 hours later. Interesting. I actually like that. Timed exits only. Enter on licks, liquidations, and close 24 hours later. Damn, dude. I might be over here on Interactive Brokers soon, dude. I'm gonna go get smoked here on Robinhood for a little bit and then build my confidence and go on back over to Interactive Brokers. I'm already set up. I'm already set, dude. Already set up, bro. All right, let's get it, dude. Let's get it. Let's get all these motherfuckers liquidated. Let's liquidate everybody. I got more cash. I can 10x this position. I can 10x this position. Yes, I can 10x it. So I'm not trying to Not trying to make $1 million overnight. The $1 million took a
It's
long
something
time.
that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it. Yeah. Period.
All right, selling premium. When you sell an option, you collect money up front. If the option expires worthless, you keep it all. High IV equals fatter premiums, more money collected. The catch, you need collateral. You're taking on obligation. Selling puts, cash secured. You sell a put, you collect the premium. If price stays above your strike, you keep the money. If price drops below your strike, you're forced to buy 100 shares at that strike. Damn. So need 35,000 in collateral to sell 350. Collect $3. If MSTR stays above 350, you keep 300. Done. If MSTR drops below 340, you buy 100 shares at 350. Okay. What is this one? Selling puts. Selling calls, covered or naked. Covered, you own the shares. So against them. Naked, you don't own the shares. Very risky. Unlimited loss potential. Skip naked calls. Okay, so I'll skip them. That sounds sketch. Unlimited. Skip naked calls. Selling calls. Okay. 3 ideas for selling premium with liquidations here. Sell puts after long liquidations. Okay. Because if you sell puts, you sell a put, you collect premium. If price stays above your strike, you keep the money. If price drops below your strike, you're forced to buy 100 shares at that strike because you're just like saying, I'm going to buy this later, but give me the cash now. Right? Sell 350 put expiring Friday. Okay. Collect $3. Need 35,000 in collateral because you're buying 100 of them. MSTR at 400. Example. So if it's sells, so sell. Okay. So you're selling a put. You wanted to stay over that. Collect $3. $300. So just selling puts, sell puts, sell puts. Okay. Selling calls. Don't do that. So selling puts is better than selling calls. So selling puts, never calls. Unlimited risk. Selling puts, you collect the money up front, but if price drops below your strike, you gotta buy them. So I don't mind. So if I don't mind, I don't mind owning Coinbase. I don't really want to touch this, to be real. I wouldn't mind owning Coinbase, but I'd probably just sell it immediately. Holy helly though. Down to 65%. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't mind owning either right now. Because this is just Bitcoin. Kind of. But holy shit. It's like extended Bitcoin. I think there's a little leverage. Okay, that's fine. That's a fine strategy because I can just sell it as well, you know? You just sell it. You take them over, then you sell them. And I don't even know if they make you do that, but we'll see. So premium sell puts after a long liquidation. Long cascade happens, price dumped, you expect a bounce or at least stabilization. Sell out the money puts below current price. So you find a current price and you sell out the money puts. You're betting it won't dump more. High IV means you collect fat premium. Okay. High IV. The higher the IV, the higher the premium. So I need to have a premium IV scanner, bro. Okay, so sell out the money puts below current price. You're betting it won't dump more. Okay. MSTR dumps to 380 after a long liquidation. It is sell 350. Collect the 400. If it bounces or even just chops, you keep the 400. I like this. Selling puts strategies, because this, if the IV is the thing that matters, and that's how we all get smoked, then I want to be on the other side because I'm trying to take every fucking dollar again. If you're trading against me, dude, I want to take every single dollar out of your pocket, dude. I want to take every single dollar out of it. Let's get it, dude. Let's compete. Let's compete. Let's compete. Let's compete, dude. Let's compete. Sell calls after short liquidations. Short squeeze happens. Price spiked. Okay. You expect a fade or consolidation, so you sell out the money. Calls. Betting it won't keep going. I'm not doing that. Only do this covered. I'm not comfortable with that. No. IV spike premium harvesting. When liquidation cascades happen, IV spikes options get expensive. Wait for the chaos, then sell premium into the elevated IV. You're not predicting direction as much. You're just betting that IV will come back down. IV crush, and the option will lose value. Example, big cascade, IV spikes from 70 to 90. Damn, sell a put or call. All right, you got to give me another one because you gave me a selling of a call. You told me earlier, dog, don't do that. So I listened to you, bro. My grandma said never use leverage, and look at where I am now. This is leverage, gang. Don't set me up like that. Don't tell me to never sell a call because it's unlimited risk and then show me a strategy. Come on, I need one more. I need one more really good one. Let's see it. I need one more really good one. You're right, my bad. I said you have dirty. Here's a real one. Laddered puts sell on exhaustion confirmation. Don't sell right when the liquidations fire. Wait for exhaustion. When liquidation velocity slows down, cascade is ending. Then ladder your put size or sells at multiple strikes below current price. Example, MSCR dumped to 380. Cascade showing. Sell one contact 350 put. Okay, I like this. This is smart as well. So, and it gave me a good idea. So let me read it. Watch liquidation velocity when it slows down. I never really looked at the velocity change, and that could be a signal that we can backtest in whether or not it's time to enter. Anyways, we can do this with a selling of a put strategy and just put a cascade of them. Fire. Yeah, dude. Okay, so this was fire, dude. A fire little session here. I'm out, bro. I'm out because that was just too much heat for you, dude. That was too much heat. We just learned exactly how I'm gonna put together my future bots. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 different strategies here ready for interactive brokers. I'll keep testing this stuff by hand. I'm using the Quant app because everybody else is trading by hand. 40x leverage. I don't know why. I tried to shout and scream, automate your trading as loud as I could for the last 4 or 5 years. But I see the numbers, dude, and I'm a data dog. So the data tells me everybody's using 40x leverage. If I'm here to help as many people as possible, I got 100,000 of you guys following. So I need the help. And if everybody's doing this, I got to figure out how to do this. I don't believe in it, but I'm going to build bumpers with my Quant app and my quantitative just tests that I've run in the last few years. Do I know everything? Absolutely not. Am I chasing the man who ran up $31 billion? Absolutely. Am I at $1 billion yet? No. I'm running, dude. I'm running every single day live. Private only, though, because the ops are watching. Week's masterclass. You can read the prompt, pause the video right now, and read that prompt so you can understand why I'm doing this. I'm essentially going to build an algorithm for weekly options, and I understand the risk of weekly options. They're super duper sketch. I have a crypto strategy that's working pretty well for me in the Quant app. I put it in here. It's not like a push play strategy, but it's trading based off liquidations. You can read that prompt, pause the video. Okay, so all right, here's your Greeks breakdown. I essentially want to do a masterclass as I'm a crypto trader, dude, and like I pointed out a couple weeks ago, every crypto trader is pivoting to stocks. Okay, that's stupid, dude. Don't pivot all the way to stocks. I'm only pivoting to stocks with crypto stocks. That's it, because there's correlation. More leverage is more more smoke, dude. Okay, I'm gonna get smoked quicker. So this is probably gonna be a failure, but most of the things I do fail and I find the gold within them. So if I have a strategy that's working on the quant app and I can just trade this, you know, these liquidations, I see where everybody's getting liquidated. If there's correlation between Coinbase and MSTR and these Bitcoin in general, then if it works here, then it might work on options. Options are super duper sketch. Don't trade them. I'm gonna do a tiny size by hand on Robinhood, see if there is a way to get that huge leverage with controlled risk. If you buy an option, well, you have controlled risk, whatever you paid for it. So that's nice. That's a nice thing. I can't get liquidated. I could lose 100K here. I could get on tilt, get full size and lose 100K. But with options, you technically you could too, but you'd have to buy all those options. So you have to get really tilted. It's always the